What is up, weather enthusiasts? I'm your host, Pat's Path Predictor. Let's get right into the weather. Alright, so this is the situation we have right here, and would you guess Danielle has strengthened into a hurricane? Danielle, yes, is the first hurricane of the Atlantic's hurricane season. September 2nd, 2022. Danielle strengthens into a hurricane. I know I'm saying this 3 times, but we now have our first hurricane of the Atlantic season, and that really should go to show that the hurricane season is just waking up. Because if we take a look right here, first of all, if we take a look at this, we still have a couple of areas of interest. This area of interest, 91L right here, has shifted more towards the lesserantilles, and it's still keeping its structure pretty decent. It does look like it may have organized a little bit more. We're going to have to wait for Hurricane Hunter reconnaissance because we know that's going out later today. But let's go ahead and go back to Danielle for the time being. So let's go ahead and read the public advisory. Maximum sustained winds have increased to near 75 miles per hour with higher gusts. Some additional strengthening is forecasted in the next couple of days. Hurricane force winds extend 15 miles from the center. Tropical storm force winds extend 115. The minimum estimated central pressure is 992 millibars. I want everyone to keep in mind that this is like 38 degrees north. This is extremely north for an Atlantic hurricane. This is, like, I don't think we see this a lot of the time. But then again, it is September, so there is a lot of warm water going on. We're looking at 28 degree warm water, 29 degree warm water from even from the Gulf of Mexico to much of the Atlantic, most of the Caribbean, and through parts of the Atlantic Basin right here. The 28 degrees go hundreds and hundreds of miles further than that. So it's in optimal conditions for it to develop right here. And if we take a look at the wind shear, yeah, it's in that pocket of low wind shear, which is it's really exploiting at this point, which I find kind of interesting. 91L is taking a look, we're looking at it. It's going to have to cross that wind shear if it wants to develop right there. But it has been moving further to the west, and it now puts it into more of that low wind shear area right there, which if it can make it through that 30 to 40 knots of wind shear right there, then it definitely has that chance. But it has been meandering kind of like off the coast of Lesser Antilles, kind of like in right over where it's been at. It's been moving like really slowly, which is kind of interesting. Let's go ahead and read what the latest from the NHC has. Shower and thunderstorm activity has slightly increased since yesterday in association with a low pressure located several hundred miles east of the Leeward Islands. However, overnight satellite-derived wind data indicate the circulation remains broad. Although environmental conditions are only marginally conducive, any additional development of the system in the next few days would lead to a formation of a tropical depression. The disturbance is expected to move slowly west-northwestward towards the adjacent waters of the northern Leeward Islands. Regardless of development, locally heavy rains may occur over portions of the Leeward Islands during the next couple of days. Let me show you what's going on right here. Like, parts of the Leewards are getting drenched right now from parts of the circulation of 91L right here. So, if you're watching this from the Leeward Islands, remember, turn around, don't drown. When flooding starts, get to higher ground. That's basically an important thing we need to talk about. Anyway, so yeah, that's basically an Air Force Reserve Hurricane Hunter aircraft is scheduled to investigate the system this afternoon if necessary. Additional information of this system can be found in the high seas forecast issued by the National Weather Service. 70% chance of formation in the next 5 days, 50% in the next 48 hours. Really no change since yesterday. Now let's go ahead and talk about the tracks and intensities of 91L, and then we'll go ahead and talk about Danielle real quickly. The track models, they've been shifting more towards the west recently, which I find kind of interesting. It has it now moving at a rather quick pace towards the Leeward Islands. We do have the UKX2 continuing to move it towards the Bahamas right there, which is kind of interesting, but it's only one model out of the pack. Majority of it have it start turning after it brings impacts to the Leeward Islands right there, so something we're going to have to keep an eye on right there. Intensity models, once again, majority of the models have it as hurricane strength. We have a fair chunk of them have it going up to Category 2. We have one model going up to Category 4, which I will say it would have to go through that into that wind shear and warm water on the other side of where it is right now in order for that to happen. But we'll have to continue to monitor the situation as time continues to progress. So that's basically what we have for 91L. Let's go ahead and take a look at the track models and intensity models of Danielle right here. It kind of stays in the same place for the next like 72 hours or so. Kind of like developing, gathering strength a little bit. So that's where it is. Then it starts moving off after day 3, and basically it moves all the way out into the sunset and to the east. Parts of the Azores could see impacts according to some models, but we'll have to wait and see when it comes to that. Intensity models, majority of models keep it around Category 1 strength, although we do have a decent chunk of models getting it strengthened to Category 2. My guess is that it's not going to stay where it's at, but it's probably going to get to around maybe 85 miles per hour, maybe 90 miles per hour at the max, considering that it's, even though there's a lot of warm water and wind shear and moist air and all that, it's just so far up to the north, and conditions can't really support stuff much further than maybe like a Category 2 hurricane up there. That's basically what I'm thinking right now. So that's really going to wrap up this video right here. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. It helps me out, helps me make more videos like these. The goal of this channel is to get more people engaged with weather. We finally have our first hurricane of the Atlantic season, and it's September 2nd. I want to mention something real quickly, because August of 2022 was the first time in about 60 years we did not have a named system in the Atlantic, which is a record that's quite impressive, and I'm honestly glad that happened, because no one really got hurt or anything like that. There wasn't really any tropical systems that happened. So yeah, just wanted to let you guys know with that. So that's pretty much going to end this video. With that being said, have a wonderful day. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, and stay safe.